Hello children, today I am here with the explanation of part 2 of your model question paper. Let's start. Answer the following questions from 21 to 28 in the space provided. What you have to do is you should answer the questions from 28 to 20 from 21 to 28 in the space provided by reading the passage. First you should read the passage. Okay. Here the passage is given about the emperor's new cloth. You should go through this passage and then answer the questions given over here. Okay. See your first question. The emperor has no clothes on at all. Who said this? A little child said this. What happened when the emperor reached a balcony? When the emperor reached a balcony, cheers stopped all of a sudden and there was a pin drop silence. It is given in your passage itself, isn't it? In this third paragraph you can find loud cheers are heard from. In that it is given cheers stop all of a sudden and there is a pin drop silence. You can get the answers of the passage in the passage itself. Okay. Read the passage given below and answer the questions. Again, there is one more question. You have to read. In that, you have to read the passage and answer the questions given over there. In that, first question is, how do you say Luther Burbank's genius is useful for the life of a common man and other fields? See here in this passage, there is a third paragraph, right? Though Luther Burbank is no more, the products of his genius continue to play a part in the day-to-day lives of the people throughout the world. His influence prevails in the scientific community among those who work in the fields of agriculture, horticulture, foresting, and livestock. You can write this as the answer for your question number 22. Now let us go for question number 23. Here in this, what you have to do is you should read the poem given over there and then answer the questions. Okay. Here the poem is given all about grandmothers who were very strong. Just read out the poem given here and then answer the questions. How do you say that the poet's grandmothers were very strong? Answer is given in the first stanza itself. You should elaborate the first stanza of this poem in this answer. Okay, so you can write answer something like this. As they could plow, bend to toil, could even move through fields for sowing seeds. They do all the hard work to grow grains, and also we could find them full of sturdiness and singing melodiously at this age old, so that the poet's grandmother were very strong. You can write like this. Okay, go for your next question. Question number 24. What you have to do is you have to describe the picture by saying this on your own. I could describe this as saying it as a modern classroom, okay, in which the teacher is teaching using the technology and its students are focusing on the classroom, everything. Okay, so see here, you can write answer like this. In this picture we can find how our modern classrooms are. Teacher is teaching using technology in classroom and motivating students to learn. By this, teacher can teach students with different learning styles. Here I can find students are focusing more than the normal classrooms. They listen to the teacher very carefully and this knowledge will be long lasting for the kids. You can write anything on your own. Okay, whatever you find in the picture, just think about it and write. Okay, next question is yours. To rearrange the following sentences into a meaningful paragraph and write it. These are the events from the story given here. What you have to do, put these events according to the number which comes first, second, third and fourth. Okay, easy it is, you can do it easily. So in this, what would come first is, one day two goats were crossing a narrow bridge in the forest. You can write this as first one. Second event, you can say like this: they came face to face in the middle of the bridge and started quarreling. Then third, after some time they thought of a plan to cross the bridge. And fourth, one of the goats sat down and the other goat walked over her and crossed the bridge. This is a story of goats you have heard, I guess, in your childhood, right? By thinking that, you have to write the events in an order. Okay, easily like that you will get the stories. You have to write the numbers correctly. That's it. Write the numbers correctly and write the events properly in the space provided given there. Okay, next question. Your next question is all about constructing a meaningful story using the given clues. You have to construct a meaningful story. Okay, the clues are given: an old lady becomes blind, calls in a doctor, agrees to pay large fees if cured, doctors comes daily, starts stealing one piece of furniture daily, delays the cure. Everything, all the clues are given, right? First read out the clues properly, then you have to answer the you have to frame story on your own by using your own words. Okay, for example, I have written a story here. You can see right here in the picture. See, the dishonest doctor. I have given the title for the story, the dishonest doctor. There may be mistakes, just look after it. First letters should be capitalized here. I didn't do that. You have to capitalize. If you want, you can take a screenshot and go through the story here. Okay, once upon a time there was an old rich lady who became blind. She called in a doctor who, after examining, told her that her eyesight could be restored, but he would charge large fees if he cured the lady. The lady agreed on the condition that she would pay the fees only if she could get cured, or else she will not pay anything. If she did not get her vision back, she would not pay anything. Now the doctor started coming to her house for treatment. As he was a dishonest man, he started stealing the valuable furniture from her house daily. At last the day came when the lady got cured by the doctor. The doctor demanded the fees from the lady, but the lady refuses to pay his fees, saying, "My cure is not complete yet," as she cannot see all her furniture in her home. They took the matter to the judge. The judge understood the entire story, and he decided that the doctor has stolen the valuable furniture from the lady's house, and at last the doctor was punished. In this way, you can give the moral of the story as dishonesty never pays. See here, first you should write the title, appropriate title for your story, and then you should write moral at the end. Remember this. Story you should write on your own. You can frame the sentences on your own. I have written on my own just to show you, that's it. Rest things is up to you. You can add some more words. Okay, you can go in detail, but you should not overwrite. Okay, next we'll go for next question. You are Nitya or Navya, the secretary of the cultural club of your school. You have been asked to notify about the Republic Day celebration in your school. What you have to do here is you have to write a notice. Okay, I have written a sample notice here. Just go through it. See here, the Republic Day celebration. Date, you can write any date. First, you have to write what you can say. You have to write a title about what you are going to write, and then you have to mention the date, on what date you are going to issue the notice, and then in this way you have to write the notice. In that, introduction should be there, and body of the notice should be there, and also conclusion. Okay, and at last you have to write your name. By this way, you can present your notice. See here, I'll read a notice for you. This is to inform all the students of our school that the Cultural Club is organizing a Republic Day celebration on 26 January 2023. All the students are invited to join us in the celebration and take part in the various activities that will be conducted. The celebration will begin at 9 a.m. in the school ground. There will be flag hosting ceremony. After that, there will be a special assembly where students will be encouraged to speak about the importance of the day. All the students are requested to come in their school uniform and be a part of this celebration. Secretary Nitya. Let us go for your last question of the model question paper. Imagine you are Suresh or Smita. If you are a boy, write Suresh. If you are a girl, then write Smita. Studying in 8th standard Government High School, Kolar. What you have to do here is write a letter to your class teacher requesting to grant 3 days leave. You should request your teacher to grant you 3 days leave. Okay, this is formal letter. The letter which you write to your teacher is a formal letter, so here you have to follow the pattern of formal letter. Okay, see the example I have given here in the next page. First you should write from address, which is given in the question number 28 here. Whatever the address is given mentioned there, you have to write that itself. For example, if you're a girl, you have to write Smita, 8th standard Government High School, Kolar. The name of the school which is mentioned that itself you have to mention here. Okay, Smita, 8th standard Government High School, Kolar. You should not write your name. The name which is given here, that itself you should write. And next, to address, the class teacher, Government High School, Kolar. After that you have to leave one line, then mention the date. On what date you are writing the letter, that date you have to mention. You can write any date here. Okay, after that also you should leave a line. I have not left the space over there. Okay, my mistake, I apologize for that. See here, after that you should go for respected sir, greetings. Okay, and then subject, request for granting 3 days leave. Then you start your body of the letter. I am writing this letter to request you for 3 days leave, as I would be out of the town to visit my granny's place. I may not be able to attend school from 4th of February 2023 to 6th of February 2023. You can mention any date over there. Okay, I ensure that the pending work would be completed once I'll be back. I shall be highly obliged for your kind support. Thanking you, yours faithfully. Look at the pattern. First you should write from address, then to, after that leave one line and write date, after that write greeting, and then write subject, and then start writing your body of the letter, what you're writing, reason, everything you have to write here. And then at last you should write before that you should write thanking you, and then at last you should write yours faithfully, and then your name. You can even write here 8th standard. Okay, this is it for your today's session, and thank you. If you liked my video, do not forget to comment. Thank you.